How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Elf Junction Reviews. Today we're looking at another Athearn Ready to Roll product, and this box is quite beat up. We are looking at an Athearn Ready to Roll SP TOFC regular caboose number 1031. And you can see it was pretty cheap, $11.95 at the train shop. Now I did look at the box, and you can see this is a copyright 2007, so this is quite an old caboose, and there it is. It says trailer flat car service. So let's go ahead and get this out of its box. A friend of mine who is letting me borrow this. His YouTube video channel link will be in the description of this video. But here it is. There's no protective sheet, so we can just quickly pop it out, and that's a problem. Here's a step ladder, and it looks like that came off right over here. Let's see if I can stick it back in. Probably not. All right, well, I'll do that on my own time. But anyway, let's jump into some detail, starting with the front. I forgot to mention a little bit of history about cabooses. Cabooses have been around since the beginning of American railroading, and basically the whole premise of the caboose was for a place for the conductors and the brakemen to be safe while the train is in motion. And it helps, they would keep extra tools and other supplies inside the caboose. Inside the caboose, there would be like a stove, some seating, maybe a refrigerator up until like the late 60s and 70s, and a few other things here and there. As you can see, this caboose has a cupola, which when trains started to get bigger, the conductor would sit up here and he could monitor the train as it was going along to see if anything was defective, or if there was going to be a derailment, or if there was anything in front of the locomotives. Unfortunately, as things began to become more technological-fied, I know that's not a real word, the caboose kind of really fell out of line as the flashing rear end device became more popular with trains, when they realized they really didn't need cabooses anymore. Now, there are still plenty of cabooses around in America. They are now either in museums. You can actually sleep in cabooses now. They've been turned into like little like bungalows that you can rent and sleep in, which is really cool. And basically, cabooses are a thing of the past, except for a few. The CSX and the UP occasionally have cabooses on the back of their locals, and they classify these not as cabooses but as shunting platforms. There's really nothing inside them, maybe except for like a few chairs for the conductors to sit in, but they use these shunting platforms for long backups where the engineer really cannot see what's going on. So the conductor will climb onto the shunting platform, and the train will back up, and he will basically be the engineer's eyes. All right, so let's get into some details, starting with the front. So let's get something abundantly clear, first of all, before we actually get into the detail. This is from 2007. Detailing was kind of in its infancy, really, when it came to ready-to-roll products for Athearn. But anyway, we're still going to review it regardless. Starting at the top here, we have our ladder, which allows the conductor or the brakeman to climb up and right up to here. And they will cross to the first freight car and tie its brakes down. Anyway, we have our brake wheel right here, and there's a brake chain. We have our coupler. We have two walk steps on either side of the locomotive. We have these are like safety rails right here. They are molded into the body, along with, I believe these are more grab irons. Correct me if I'm not. Here is the safety rail on the side here. And if I think I can get it to zoom in on the top there. Yes, I can. And here we go. So there's a chimney for the wood or coal burning stove inside the car here. We have our cupola windows. And right here, it's pretty much telling it says employees must not get on top of the cupola because that is dangerous. It's pretty much the same on the other side, on the rear here. The only difference is that we're missing a brake wheel. It has unfortunately disappeared. And it does say employees must not get on top of the cupola. All right, so let's look at the side. All right, so we're looking at the side of the car here. At the top, you can see where those ladders extend on either side of the car here onto the walkway. Here is that walkway that I mentioned. It's on either side here. And here's that chimney, and here's the cupola. You can see two windows on either side, and this is a sunroof. And then you see it says Southern Pacific right here, 1031, trailer flat car service. So these were very unique. Piggyback flat car has been around since the 50s when the railroads and the trucking industry realized they could get truck trailers to another destination quicker than having to drive them on the interstates or the back roads or just the highways or the streets. So, and we still see we really don't see TOFC trains anymore. They're not really as common. Now they're just kind of slapped onto intermodal trains as just kind of extra. But they were a heyday from the 50s to the early 2000s, and this caboose and all of its rivets was used for the trailer flat car service. There's also some little lettering right here that says "Watch Your Step." We also have a tool box right here, and if I flip the caboose around, you can just see the air tank reservoirs right here on the bottom. Okay, so let's get into my final thoughts. So, this car's from 2007, so I really can't give it marks down on detail. But I mean, it still looks nice, and it still runs good too, because I've seen this on a layout, and it runs pretty well. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Also subscribe if you have not, and hit the notification bell to know when I upload. I upload on Mondays and Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so do check in then. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.